I know the big question is, well, where is it? I don't even think it's a mile away. I want to say 0.8, but when I tell you what it is, so if you, now don't y'all go out there and make a scene after church today. Don't y'all go make a scene. Y'all go home. But if you leave this parking lot and you turn right and you go to Mississippi and you turn left and you pass over that, is that the 225? Right after that is Potomac. There's a Mavericks gas station. There's what used to be Goodwill Outlet. We have just signed the contracts on acquiring that Goodwill Outlet for the new home of Hope City Church of Colorado. Oh! So, God has spoken to me and God said, behold, I will do a new thing. I'm not giving you an old church. I'm not giving you something that another church went after. I'm not giving you anything that anybody else can reference and say, oh, that used to be us, or we were going for that, or that used to be where we were going, or nobody can reference it. God said, behold, I will do a new thing. And when Goodwill decided to move, it's over 50,000 square feet, just so you know. When Goodwill decided to move out and we began to pursue it, every door was open just like that. And everything we asked for, we got, and then some. So ladies and gentlemen, we ain't gonna be here long. I thank God for Gateway. I celebrate Gateway. But look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, God did it again. He did it again. I know it's early. I don't know if y'all like to shout at the 9 a.m. But look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, we got us a home now, baby. We got us a home now. God did it. Can you take about 30 seconds and give God a praise? Because God did it again. I said he did it again. Wait a minute. And if God be for me, I said if God be for me, who can be against you? Shake your neighbor's hand and I'm going to leave you alone. And say, neighbor, when God says yes, the answer is yes. When God says it's yours, it's yours. When God says I'm with you, he's with you. No weapon formed against you is going to prosper. And in just a little bit over a year, we got us a home. Somebody give God a praise. So, it's in the middle. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But for those of you who don't know, you'll know when I say this. There's a Waffle House over there too. So, it's in the middle of the city. And you exit Mississippi and it's on Mississippi. Be seated for a moment. Now, so much I want to say I won't say right now, but I have to first and foremost thank God for my wife. Because the drive that I have, the motivation, the encouragement that I have is the result of her keeping her hand in my back and saying, go, keep going. And I don't know if you know how church buildings work and all that kind of stuff, but somebody has to actually put their name on there. This is the first time, I think I told you, when Hope City started, even though we had started church in 2008 and initially came here to pastor and start this. This is the first time we have done church, started church, and done the whole thing together. The first time she said, go, I'll support you. And she did support, and she built an incredible women's ministry. And she was there every step of the way. She was there, but she was also raising young kids. So she had to really commit to raising our children while I did the church. And even in that, she was phenomenal. And then she came here with me and was phenomenal. But this is the first time we are right here together, leading the church together. So I said that to say, when you saw us signing, I had to put my social security number, and she had to put her social security number. And so we both signed the contracts personally to guarantee that Hope City is going to make it and it's going to be all right. I have to thank my mother-in-law and my father-in-law because they have been there every step of the way. And praying and pushing and encouraging and saying, God's got us, God's got us, God's got us. The original name of this church was Hope City Church of Aurora. And then when we called my mother-in-law and father-in-law, my father-in-law said, y'all thinking too small. Colorado needs hope. He said, it's Hope City Church of Colorado. And that's how the name became. I have to thank our church board, our trustees, our board, who meet with me once a month. And we talk things through and we discuss things. And I told them we're getting closer and closer. I was updating them on the building. Do you know how hard it was to come out here and not tell y'all nothing? And the board was telling me, good job. You ain't said nothing. Good job. We know it's hard. And I didn't say a word. And I told them I'm not saying anything until it's done. Because I was so tired of saying it's on the way, it's coming, it's getting ready to happen. I was tired of saying that. And my next announcement I want to be, it happened, it's done. So I thank our board for that. And then I thank all of you. Because let me tell you something, you can't afford no building if you ain't got no people. And not just people, but people who give. You know what made this happen? Your tithe and your offering. You made this happen. You don't just go out and get a building. It does not happen. It does not happen. But your tithe and your offering, you did this. You did this, your obedience to God, your commitment to God, your commitment to your church, your faithfulness, not just with lip service, but with your money, and you just giving all during the week and all throughout the week. As you begin to give, we got stronger. And as we got stronger, people begin to look at us differently. And as they begin to look at us differently, our options opened up. Because you can pray, you can prophesy, you can anoint something, you can walk around it 7 times. And at the end of the day, they want bank statements. When you get done walking and wetting up the doorknob with all your oil, give me your bank statements. And when they saw that Hope City Church of Colorado is made up of a church full of givers, cheerful givers, even the owners of this building said, we want Hope City to win. Let's do this. We want y'all to win. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna move on, but Steve and Cecilia Montalvo, they're in Texas today because Steve is building homes, just finished building first set of homes in Texas, and he's building more homes there in Texas. But a few weeks into our church being open, Steve and Cecilia came to me and they said, God put on our hearts to find Hope City a church. And we're not going to stop until we find Hope City a church. It's been a year of looking at everything out there, meeting with everybody, submitting offers and doing things, going back and forth. I mean, it's been a year of Steve and Cecilia, and Cecilia has been going nonstop. I told her when they get back in town, I'll pull them up so you can see who they are. But they've been going nonstop, working overtime for our church. And I thank God for their effort and their hard work and their faithfulness and their commitment. And Steve and Cecilia said, and when we get the building, God spoke to us. Now, I know they don't want me to tell this part, but I'm going to tell it. God spoke to us and said, donate our entire commission check back to the church. No, see, you don't know how much that is. That's why you clapping all soft. We ain't talking about a little bit of money. We are not talking about a little bit of money. We talking, when I saw what they were donating back to the church, I said, you sure you still gonna do what you said you was gonna do? We're talking about a lot of money. I'm telling you. And for them to freely give that back to the church, somebody is saved and knows God. So I'll keep you posted on everything. Again, it's what used to be because they're gone. And we get the keys tomorrow. I was supposed to get the keys. I was supposed to get the keys Friday, but I landed back in town too late. And then Saturday, a lot of things happened on yesterday and we didn't connect. But tomorrow, we'll get those keys. Now, let me tell you the miracle in that. We weren't supposed to get them till July 1st. But they're giving them to us right now. Everything is in our name, and we got our insurance on there and our alarm system up and running and all that kind of stuff, cameras and security. So I'm going to know it's you acting crazy because you on video. And so everything is in place. We don't owe, we don't need to do anything else right now other than build it out. Now, let me say this, and then we're going to worship God in our giving. I shouldn't even have to motivate you to give today, because whatever you give is going right into this. So I shouldn't have, and you should know when we did that whole Nehemiah project, we didn't spend any of that money. We saved all that money up, and that's what made this happen too. So we have contracted with an architect engineering firm named EIDOS, E-I-D-O-S, and you'll meet our architect, you'll meet our engineers soon. They'll be here, they'll come to church. But we've contracted with them. They just finished building, I think, Montbello High School. They have also built over 250 churches. And I found them because my neighbor is an engineer who is really good friends with the lead architect at that business. And as we were talking one day, my neighbor said, I have the perfect firm to connect you to. And this has just been all God. And I said, you've been living next door to me all this time? But they are going to build the inside of that. Now, you saw it, it's 50,000 plus, it's over 50,000 square feet. That's big, just so y'all know. It's huge. And I don't know if you saw the little video that showed the inside. Ain't nothing in there. Which means we got to build a sanctuary. We have to build children's classrooms. We have to build youth rooms. We have to build a chapel. We have to build a foyer. We have to build meeting rooms and admin offices. And we have to build all of those things in there. Everything, my mind is just racing right now, but everything you could think of, our own version of a coffee house and all of those kinds of things. I would love for people to come and be able to just study and do homework and hang out. And I would love to build. My kids were asking me yesterday, well, what are you going to do for the youth? I said, I'm taking a huge note from Disney and a huge note from some of the other things that I see attract children. And we're going to make it second to none in there for our children and our youth, so that they'll be dragging their parents to church. So right now, and I'll tell you more when it's appropriate, but right now our architects and our engineers are in what you call the discovery phase. The discovery phase is exactly what it sounds like. They're going to go in there and see what's already there and what needs to be there. Even things like as far as all of the power that we will need, not just for the main sanctuary, but for the entire building. I can tell you right now that we've already discovered that we have more than enough power. So that's big, that's huge. But things like how many additional restrooms do we need? Because we will need to add more bathrooms because y'all got to go. So we have to add. So we're going to get you your own little area. But we do need to expand restrooms. That's a major expense. Plumbing and adding restrooms throughout the entire building and all of that is a major expense. And so we will need to do that. As far as when will we move in? I'll let you know as things develop. I don't want you holding me accountable in that regard. If I had it my way, if it were left up to me, it would be Easter Sunday of next year. If it were left up to me, because I know it's probably going to take a good 9 months, 9 months or so to get it going. And the reason why it would be that, because I believe Resurrection Sunday next year is April 20th. And April 20th is actually the exact date that we went live and announced that we were launching Hope City Church of Colorado. It's also, I found out, remembered rather later, that it was also my grandmother's birthday. And if you knew my grandmother, she was a mighty, mighty anointed prophetic woman of God. And then it would be right around our 2nd year anniversary. So it'd be great to celebrate our 2nd year anniversary in our own building. So I will definitely keep you posted. You say, well, Pastor, what can we do? Pay your tithes. I don't know. We got people that can paint, but can you pay for the paint? So pay your tithe, pay your tithe, pay your tithe. Build my house. People in the Bible got in trouble because they were more concerned about building their own homes than they were building the house of God. And I don't want it to be said that we have become such a selfish group of people that we have focused on building our own homes and neglected the house of God. So we've come this far by your faith, your prayers, and your giving. Let's go further and let's finish this project. And just so you know, you tell everybody, tell the world. I'm telling them right now. Tell everybody. Just don't disturb that property. You can go by, you can take a picture. In the next few weeks, we hope to have up our coming soon temporary banner that says Future Home of Hope City Church of Colorado. We hope to have that up in the next few weeks. Mayor Mike Kaufman put me on a Zoom call with several city officials, and the city officials said, Pastor, whatever you need from us, you let us know. We will push through the approvals and push through the permits and all those kind of things. So we have nothing but unprecedented favor on the house of Hope City Church of Colorado. Here's the last thing I say. If you've ever wondered if God was with you, the evidence is all around you. God is with you. God is with us. And you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to step out on nothing and know God's hand is right there to keep you up. Let this church be an example of what it means to trust God and to follow God.